Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, students. Am I audible? Voice is clear? Voice coming? Good, good. Edwin, yes. Arvind, good morning. Shravani, good morning. Good morning. ठीक है, start करें भाई. Last class में up to which part we have discussed? Last part was only introduction. See, we are doing just in this week only introduction part. Such things that fundamentally you might also know. And then our focus after this introduction will be on the chapter periodic table. ठीक? बोलो भाई. Last class में हमने up to which part done? In last class, we have discussed naming of cations, simple thing, total. Then started with the naming of anions. Yes? Yes, Sai Shrikant, good morning. Padmanabhan, good morning, beta. So in the last lecture, we have done up to which part? We have discussed naming of cations. Naming of cations. If we today change the board color like this, like this. Okay, last lecture we have discussed up to naming of cations. Okay, naming of cations with three terms we have discussed. Those cations in which the metal ions have only one oxidation state, or they contain only single positive charge. Sorry, they contain only single type of positive charge. Na plus, Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus, Al3 plus, beryllium 2 plus, all these ions. Yes, na? That we have discussed. Then second case was, anyone? First case I told, second case you tell. What was the second case in the naming of cations? Bolo, bolo, jaldi bolo. In the naming of cations, second case, it was, turn the pages fast. Before the class, try to read your notes always. Minimum 5 times you have revised by this time your own handwritten notes. Very good, Padmanabhan. It is for those metal ions, they can show variable oxidation states. Yes, that we have discussed. Last class, second, third one. Very good, Jyoti. Yes, it is correct. Third one. Cations in which the positive charge is present on non-metal. Okay, these 3 points we have discussed for naming of cations. In first case, simple name of element with ion. Second case, name of the element with oxidation state in the Roman numerals, then ending with ion. And third case, it is neum is used. That is done. Clear? Then I think in the naming of anions, we have discussed monoatomic anions. No? Monoatomic anions. N3 minus, Cl minus, H minus, like this. Yes. Good. That we have discussed. That will end with ide. Suffix ide is used. Then second case we have discussed of anions derived from oxyacids. Oxyacid means which contains oxygen, hydrogen and some other element, non-metal generally, and they contains at least one OH bond. So when H plus is released, that becomes which nature? Acidic nature. So oxyacid, a term will be either oxoanions or oxyanions. Yes, so we have discussed if it is parent acid is ic acid, its anion will be 8. If parent acid is us acid, its anion will be ite. ठीक है, तो up to which part? Last example. Tell me last example, last 2-3 examples which were there. We have discussed. Last example H3PO3 discussed, completed. Last example H3PO3. It means we have HClO2 also discussed. HClO2 also discussed. Dikshit written HNO2, H2SO4, H3PO3, HClO2. ठीक है, got it. ठीक है, then more examples. Now, we have discussed 8 ending with this one. Now, other example, if I take or if I write with oxyacids of carbon. Oxyacids of carbon may we have discussed last class, H2CO3. Name of the acid we know it is carbonic acid. So minus of H plus, HCO3 minus, right? Minus of H plus, finally CO3 2 minus. ठीक है, that we have discussed last class, carbonic acid. Now carbon H2CO3, it is ic acid. Ic will be 8, anion will be 8. So here it is, which name written last lecture? Hydrogen carbonate. And this is carbonate ion. Or it is also termed as bicarbonate. It is also termed as bicarbonate. Oxyacids of carbon may we have discussed carbonic acid. Other is oxyacids of nitrogen. Discuss that one also. HNO3 and HNO2 both discussed last lecture. Bolo bhai. Last lecture we have discussed HNO3, HNO2 both. NO3 minus nitrate, NO2 minus is nitrite. Yes? Yes, that is discussed. Then oxyacids of phosphorus. In this, we have completed H3PO4, H3PO3, these two. Phosphoric acid, phosphorus acid. Now tell me, did we talk about H3PO2 also? Its name is hypophosphorus acid. ठीक है, तो now after this recall, from here you will write that in oxyacids of phosphorus, phosphoric acid was discussed, phosphorus acid discussed, another acid is H3PO2. Name is hypophosphorus acid. We are just doing the nomenclature. We are not discussing how to write the structure, although structures were written, because you already know a lot of things from the last year part. But here focus is, if it is us acid, our focus is what is the name of its anion. So in hypophosphorus acid, after the loss of H plus, it has only one H plus release possible, not 3, because structure of all oxyacids of phosphorus is at least fixed P double bond O. ठीक है? H3PO2. H3PO2 में one double bond O gone, other oxygen has to be with hydrogen and remaining 2 H like this. Getting it? So these structure writing now not a focus. Parallelly, I am writing it so that later when you do, you will relate it fast. Focus here only, hypophosphorus acid. After the loss of H plus, its anion is HPO2, H2PO2 minus. You will say its name becomes hypophosphite. Clear? Because why it is phyte at the end? Because it is derived from which acid? Us acid. So what's the name of that us acid? Hypophosphorus acid. You will say it is hypophosphite. Take. Then other example after the phosphorus or oxyacids of phosphorus. Other example, oxyacids of chlorine or halogens. This example we have done HClO4, the HClO4 not done, HClO3 done. Structure was done. HClO4 done or not? Perchloric acid name perchlorate. Tell. HClO4 done? नहीं done. ठीक है. HClO4. Its name is perchloric acid minus of H plus. हाँ ठीक है, good. Now write down oxyacids of chlorine में written above example hypophosphite written. Now HClO4 minus perchloric acid. In this case, it becomes ClO4 minus. Its name will be per as it is, and ic acid, ic when becomes anion, oxoanion, its name becomes 8. So it's perchlorate ion. Write down the names of other one also, ClO3 minus. Write down the structure as well as name. Very good. HClO3 is chloric acid. Ic becomes what? 8. So you will write here, this is which ion? Chlorate ion. Next one, chlorous acid. So name ion becomes ClO2 minus 1, and this is chlorite ion. Getting it? So we are not doing any change, following the same pattern. Whatever is the acid, ic 8, us, ite. It is also us as it is full name with ite. So here it becomes ClO minus. hypochlorite. Completely write it down. That will complete the general idea for anion. Then we will write how to find out the formula. Written. Done. All students written. So here only in the introduction we are focusing on finding out the names of anion formed, Ic acid, 8, us, ite, us, ite. Now after this generalized naming, some ions we will also learn. Some ions we will also learn. Like which ions we can also, anions we can learn, like which example we can say which ion, OH minus. It is hydroxide ion. Then what is also, which are generally used, that I am writing, cyanide ion. O2 minus is oxide ion. O2 2 minus peroxide. These ions we directly use in the formulae. That's why to remember them, generally you already know these things. But here in sequence I am writing O2 2 minus, then O3 minus is ozonide. Then you can write SH minus, hydrosulfide or bisulfide. Then N3 minus 1 charge, azide. S2O3 2 minus thiosulfate. ठीक है, S2O3 2 minus thiosulfate, then CH3 CO minus. These are already you know these ions. They are frequently used here and there in the chapter. So that's what writing it, that once you go through it, anytime coming, you can again refer the notes. NH2 minus amide, ZnO2 2 minus zincate ion, so these are some ions written anions. ठीक है, directly will be used in the finding the formula of the compound. ठीक है? Some of these ions are written NH minus, NH2 minus, imide. SCN minus, thiocyanate. Written up to thiocyanate. Completely written. Written, okay. Now we can use these anions and cations, which we have done by this time, to write some formula of the compound. Like how? Writing the formula of a compound. How to write? In junior classes, you have done that part. This is any element A with its oxidation number or cationic charge if it is X, ठीक? And B with Y. Their oxidation state is mentioned here. One is X, one is Y. Now, we will write their net charge like this. Above AX and above BY. Then, if you remember the term in maybe 9th standard, you have done that crisscross method. Crisscross rule or crisscross method. What to be written as formula? AY and BX. Writing the oxidation state of that, or the charge net cation and anion charge. Over that, X and Y charges written, cation, anion, net charge, and crisscross method. Net charge written of the cation and anion and then cross multiply. This will give you formula of compound. Like simple example, we talk about it. Suppose I say it is sodium bromide. So by this time we have learned cation, anion. Sodium, we have done which case? First case in cation. That is having only one type of oxidation state. So above sodium, which charge is there? Na plus. Here Na plus and here Br minus. Above Na1, above Br1. Crisscross method. This becomes formula NaBr. Getting it? Crisscross method. Whatever is the charge given of cation and anion, mention it above net charge and crisscross or cross multiply it. If it is magnesium bromide, now in case of cations, this example was done, Mg will be what? 2 plus and Br is minus 1. So what will be the case here? Mg will be 2 and Br will be 1. And then it is, so what it becomes? MgBr2. Getting it? Mg2 plus net charge written, Br minus 1, net charge 1, crisscross method, Mg1Br2. Clear? Getting it? This is how we are going to write the formula. I'll give the name and you have to write its formula. Write it down. Written. Done. ठीक है. I'm writing the formula. Sorry. Name. Write down the formula. Using cation and anion. Separately write it down. Already we have done separately cation and anion. Write down their net charge above it and then crisscross method. Try to write these 3 to 10. Write their formula as per the example done first and second. Then I will write and then we will check the answer. Done completely. Written. स्टार्ट करें. बोलो स्टार्ट करें. ठीक है. वन स्टूडेंट सेइंग अदर स्टूडेंट्स पास्ड. चलो. Ammonium chloride. In cations we have discussed ammonium is NH4 plus and Cl is minus. Net charge 1 and 1. So it becomes NH4Cl. Simplest ratio we have to return. So 1:1 is coming directly. Next one, ammonium sulfate, NH4 plus SO4 2 minus. Written, net charge NH4 and here SO4 crisscross method. Answer will be NH4 twice SO4. ठीक है, check your answer. Next one, ammonium phosphate. Ammonium net charge 1. Phosphate में, remember phosphate PO4 3 minus was there. So here PO4 and net charge mentioned 3. कितना आ जाएगा आंसर? NH4 thrice and PO4. Similarly, potassium perchlorate. Potassium again K plus. We are done. Naming of cations. Check your notes. Already these examples in cation also done. Perchlorate we have done in the today's class as well. ClO4 minus 1. 1 1. The final answer is what? KClO4. Bolo, up to 6. Anyone want to ask any point among these 4 examples, 3 to 6? Anyone want to ask any point among these examples? 3 to 6. नहीं? ठीक है. Seventh, sodium chlorate. Sodium में Na plus 1 net charge, chlorate ClO3 minus. Net charge written, answer is NaClO3. It is sodium chlorate. Next one, potassium cyanide. All of you know it is KCN. K plus 1, cyanide net charge minus 1. Keep on checking your answers wherever you are not getting. Let me know. I'll recall where we have done in the notes in the last class or today's class. Potassium ozonide. Potassium plus 1. Today we have discussed ozonide is minus 1. What will be the answer? KO3. ठीक है, 10th pending. Sodium peroxide. Sodium is plus 1. Net charge, right, 1. Peroxide today done, it is O2. 2 minus. Net charge 2. Crisscross method. It becomes Na2O2. Now up to 10th you want to ask. Up to 10th. Very good, Shivkota Reddy Konda, correct one it is. Also check your answer further. Okay? Then complete up to 16th. Complete up to 16th. Then I will write the answer. Complete them. Up to 16. Done? Okay. I'm writing the answers. Next one is aluminium. Al always 3 plus, net charge 3, oxide 2 minus, crisscross method. Al2O3. Check your answers. Magnesium chloride. Magnesium 2 plus, Cl minus 1, crisscross method becomes MgCl2. Magnesium nitride. Last class notes, if you want to check, that time we have done nitride. N net 3 minus. Okay? Check your notes if you are not able to recall. Mg3N2. Net charge on cation and net charge on anion. Calcium phosphide, calcium 2 plus, phosphide just like nitride 3 minus. Ca3P2. Now next one, 15th, calcium bicarbonate. Ca2 plus bicarbonate in last lecture done, HCO3 minus 1. Clear? Crisscross. Answer will be CaHCO3 twice. Barium sulfate. Barium always 2 plus, sulfate in anions we have discussed 2 minus. Simplest ratio will be BaSO4. Up to 16th. Up to 16th. Anyone want to ask any point? Up to 16th. These are some basic fundamentals going on. In respective chapters also, you will do them in between the chapter. That time, this information will be useful of introduction class. to 16th, anyone want to ask any point? Up to 16th. Till 16th. Any question you want to ask up to 16th, or else complete up to 22 or up to 24? When you completed message up to 22 or up to 24, done. Up to 24 completed. Very good. I'm writing the answers. Check one by one. Calcium bisulfite. Calcium bisulfite. Calcium 2 visible. Yes. और कोई कलर नहीं है क्या इसमें? Calcium 2 bisulfite. Sulfite is H. Yes, sulfite, remember we have done where? In the case of oxyacid of sulfur. One was sulfuric acid, other was sulfurous acid. In sulfurous acid we have taken us becomes ite. So HSO3 minus is bisulfite, SO3 minus is sulfite. So it is bisulfite, crisscross method, it becomes CaHSO3 twice. ठीक है. Sodium hypochlorite, sodium Na. Hypochlorite, what's the formula? Today we have done hypochlorous acid. hypochlorous acid ion was HClO or ClO minus. Here one, here one. The answer is NaClO. Criss-cross method. Clear? Sodium zincate, Na plus 1, ZnO2 2 minus. Today we have discussed in some other ions to memorize. So it becomes Na2ZnO2. Sodium zincate. Lithium hydride simply Li plus H minus, LiH. Up to 20, any question till 20? Up to 20. नहीं पक्का? ठीक है. Then simultaneously other examples I am writing. Tin 4 chloride. So it is Sn net charge 4, Cl net charge 1. Answer will be SnCl4. Calcium hypophosphite. Calcium is 2 plus net charge 2 and hypophosphorus acid. Remember, it is H2PO2 minus. Remember, check your notes. Hypophosphorus acid is H3PO2 written. Its anion is hypophosphite. Criss-cross method, it becomes Ca H2PO2 twice. ठीक. Chromium 3 oxide. Chromium in 3, net charge 3, oxide net charge 2. Criss-cross method, answer is Cr2O3. Up to 24. Any point you want to ask? Fe3Cl1. It is criss-cross method. FeCl3. Up to 23. Up to 23. Till 23. Write down up to 30. Up to 30, write it down. Done? Up to 30 done. Very good. Sodium hypophosphite cation Na plus 1 and hypophosphite H2PO2 minus. Final becomes NaH2PO2. Azide, sodium azide. Sodium Na plus 1, azide N3 minus 1. NaN3. Azide ion in the last class we have written. Take next one, sodium thiosulfate. Na plus 1 thiosulfate S2O3 2 minus. Criss-cross. Final answer is Na2S2O3. Sodium thiosulfate. Potassium permanganate. That already you know, I hope. Permanganate is MnO4 minus 1. So this ion you can add where? In the list also. Permanganate MnO4 minus 1 and K is plus 1, KMnO4. Then next one, potassium superoxide. Potassium is plus 1 and superoxide is O2 minus 1, KO2. Keep on checking wherever you are not getting the answer. Keep on checking the notes where anions written here and last class cations. Thirtieth, ammonium thiocyanate. Ammonium is NH4 1 plus 1, net charge 1. Thiocyanate, today we have discussed SCN. NH4 SCN. Now mercurous chloride, Hg mercurous. Last class we have written Hg2 2 plus, net charge 2 and Cl minus 1. Crisscross method, it becomes Hg2Cl2. Ammonium sulfide, NH4 plus 1 sulfide, you can write S2 minus. Sulfide is S2 minus, it becomes NH4 twice S. So up to 34, any point you want to ask till 34. Well, up to 32, sorry, 34, 32. It gives you general idea. It gives you general idea, and already you might know all these examples. Various times you have done in different chapters. But in the introduction, we are discussing it so that if anyone misses any point, they can read and they can get it easily before starting the actual chapter. Now, remember one thing, carbide can be in different forms. It is in aluminum carbide, in calcium carbide, and in magnesium carbide. If this is given C4 minus, yes, it is also carbide. With aluminum, it forms aluminum carbide. With calcium carbide, it is in which form? C2 2 minus. And in magnesium carbide, it is Mg2C3, which is C3 4 minus. So whichever given as per the option, we can mark it. First is aluminum carbide, second calcium carbide, and third one is magnesium carbide. Till this point clear? Till this point, a general idea of nomenclature of cation anion. We have not discussed any structure of the acid. We have not discussed why this name is there, why it is hypo or something. That part you will do separately in the block chemistry. Here we are discussing only cation names like this, anion names like this. Now after this cation anion naming, then we will talk about in this introduction part recalling or generally how to remember the periodic table elements. Okay, that we will do in this introduction part also. Remembering group 1, group 2, group 3, 4 like this. Start करें other part, written this one. Shall we start revising that recalling the group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 up to 18. Lot of students, so still they easily remember them. That's why in introduction we are doing such things which you can recall easily. बोलो भाई, start करें. Ready? Start करते हैं फिर. ठीक है, visible that one. स्टार्ट करें भाई. Padmanabhan, how to write thio word? Thio is related to sulfur. When you replace one oxygen with sulfur, or I'm telling about oxyacids, there we do what? In oxyacids of sulfur, yes, or wherever oxyacids are there, one oxygen we replace with sulfur, that becomes thio acid. Or wherever it is SCN, so that's why we are using thiocyanate. Sulfur is coming thio word, thiosulfide. Thiosulfide nahi, thiocyanate, yes. Thiocyanate is there, or other acids which contains sulfur, one oxygen with one sulfur, that results into thioacid. But in the nomenclature, we have not discussed those ortho term, meta term, because that will be giving more detail, and in introduction that will be not good. Only light part, naming of cation and naming of anion. And then main part we'll start after that, which is periodic table chapter. So wherever we can relate them, we can do it. Okay, now in today's lecture, further part is recalling the naming of or periodic table elements. Group 1 element. In group 1 elements, what are there? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Sorry. How to remember it? Remember how to remember it? In Hindi, I will say, Leena ki Ruby se friendship. Leena ki Ruby se friendship. That makes it now in this mnemonic. Our focus will be on the mnemonic. We have to extract the symbol of the element. In Leena ki Ruby se friendship, lithium, yes. Sodium, yes. Both important term is from the mnemonic. We have to extract the right symbol. From potassium K, we have not to take Ki, we have to take potassium K. Rubidium, we have to take Rb. Here K. It is only for connectivity. No use of that. Sorry. Here it is cesium. Say making with C. To write it like this. Ruby say. Or you can say CSE. Ruby say CS we can extract. And then friendship FR. Okay? Most of you already know this. Just I'm just trying to make it that yes, you recall these things. Leena ki Ruby se friendship, that makes it lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. Group 1 clear? How to recall it? Question can be framed like this. This element belongs to group 1 metal. Yes or no? Or among the following, which is belonging to group 1 elements? Shall we do group 2? Bolo bhai, shall we do group 2 also? Group 1 complete? Getting it? Yes. ठीक है. Second one. Second one is group 2 elements. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. So here it will become, mnemonic will be beta, mange, car, scooter या scooty, whichever you say. SR we want. Scooter, बाप, राजी. So from this mnemonic we will extract which term? Symbol of the elements. Beta में Be is important for us, beryllium. मांगे में Mg, that makes it our work requirement, magnesium. कार में कार में we will want Ca, calcium. स्कूटर में we want Sr, strontium. वाप में we want only Ba, barium, and finally Ra, radium. Keep on writing simultaneously as I am writing here in the rough notebook, or in the beginning part of your introduction you can mention in the notes. Beta, mange, car, scooter, बाप, राजी. ठीक, mnemonic helps us in that extracting the correct symbol also. That is the important point. Sometimes we learn a mnemonic and that mnemonic itself become a headache. So that's why wherever you feel you do not remember, then only use mnemonic. Wherever you have learned it, the element, no need to frame any other mnemonic for that. Follow group 1 and group 2 clear? Group 1, group 2, which are frequently used in the inorganic portion also. बोलो भाई जल्दी बोलो. Group 1, group 2 completed. Now, before starting the D block, that will be generally in this chapter, few of them we use periodic table. Before that, we will do 13 to 18. We'll do 13 to 18. 13th May. Written that one now, 13. 13th May we will discuss only up to thallium, because below 1 their properties we do not discuss. Highly radioactive elements, their properties also not discussed here. So our focus will be boron till thallium. Anyone tell the mnemonic for group 13? Anyone? Group 13 element starting with boron. Let's see how many of you are able to recall. In class 11 you have done, and in NEET exam before that also you have to recall all the fundamentals. Shravani, Bal Gangadhar Indian Tilak. Yes, that is possible clearly. Yes, I'll write it also. From here we will extract boron, then Ga, gallium, then here In, indium, and Tl from thallium. Other students said crazy, said Bal Ganesh in Thailand. Yes, that also you can say. Correct, it is. Bal Gangadhar Indian Tilak. Yes. Bal Ganesh in Thailand. Whatever mnemonic you make, point is able to extract the symbol of the element. Other students said Bangan. Sorry, here I have missed. Boron, aluminium, both are present here. I have written here only. Here boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. So this is Bal Gangadhar Indian Tilak. Other students said Bangan, Alu, Gajar in Thala. Bangan, Alu, Gajar in Thala. Anyone, whichever you find, you can able to recall. But point is, recall and remember that one will be using in the coming chapters. Okay? Now, group 14. If you remember them as it is, better it is, best it is. If you feel that I am not able to recall, that group you should be remembering by mnemonic. Not make every group, if you feel that I know, don't need to do any mnemonic for that group. Batao. Next one. Group 14. Anyone? Group 1. ग्रुप 14 कार्बन फैमिली, कार्बन फैमिली में कैसी गाय संत प्रभु फल लेकर. One student said this one, Vinita. Other one I said, कैसी गीता सुनाई प्रभु. कैसी में extract which symbol, that one, carbon and silicon. Carbon and silicon. कैसी. In Hindi we write ना कैसी, का सा. कैसी कार्बन एंड सिलिकॉन. गीता में जर्मेनियम, सुनाई में SN. देन कैसी गीता सुनाई प्रभु, प्रभु में PB. एक्सट्रैक्टिंग द सिंबल. कैसी गीता सुनाई प्रभु, that will give you group 14. If you remember it normally, no need to go into the any mnemonic. They are making your life convenient, not just to keep on adding the things. Already learn है, you remember, no need to add any mnemonic. ठीक है. Then group 15 नाइट्रोजन फैमिली. Let's see how many of you are able to recall. Group 15 नहीं पसंद ऐसे सब बिस्किट्स. श्रावणी, you are old student क्या? लास्ट ईयर पेनम लुरो. नेक्स्ट वन इज नहीं पसंद ऐसे सब बिस्किट्स. वन सच वे, अदर वे ऑल्सो यू कैन डू. नहीं पसंद में व्हाट यू एक्सट्रैक्ट, यू विल एक्सट्रैक्ट द सिंबल नाइट्रोजन. पसंद में P फॉस्फोरस, ऐसे में आर्सेनिक, सब में SB, बिस्किट में बिस्मथ. नहीं पसंद ऐसे सब बिस्किट. और यू कैन से वो सेलिब्रिटी नेम ना, नाना पाटेकर, असरानी, सब बीमार. नाना पाटेकर ऐश्वर्या, नाना पाटेकर ऐश्वर्या, सब बीमार. इफ यू रिमेंबर नॉर्मली, वेरी गुड. पूजा रेड्डी, इफ यू रिमेंबर इट्स फाइन. No need to add one other information of mnemonic. If you have some doubt, you do not able to recall, then नहीं पसंद ऐसी सब बिस्किट और नाना पाटेकर ऐश्वर्या सब बीमार. और मे बी एनी हीरोज हियर इन द साउथ, यू कैन NP, you can make like this. Anyone NP, arsenic, ऐश्वर्या तो you can easily remember. N and P as per here. नाना पाटेकर maybe you do not know. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वन करें. ऑक्सीजन फैमिली बताओ. चैल्कोजेंस. इन ऑक्सीजन फैमिली एनी निमोनिक. चैल्कोजेंस. Oh, Salman Khan selling tea powder. Huh? That is cool. No problem. Go for it. You can say not oh, you can say old Salman Khan also. No problem with that. Because we are just remembering it. So here I have written old style say teapot. Old style say Teapot. That you can remember in Hindi it is written like old style say teapoge or old style say tipo. Tipo in Hindi means what? Slang, which is copying tipo. But here I have written teapot. That you can understand. Old style say oxygen, sulfur, selenium, Te tellurium and Po polonium. Old style say teapot. Yeah, one student said, "Oh, Salman Khan selling tea powder." That is also correct. Extract the right symbol, correct for you. Now, do we require for halogen family? No, I will say, because you easily remember halogens every time in the order. Every time here and there, decreasing, increasing, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. है ना? So that no need to add mnemonic. Clear? Getting it? Otherwise, there are mnemonic for that also, but generally I say which is not required, which you learn it, why to add mnemonic. So halogens frequently used FClBrI. ठीक है? So last one. चलो last 18. फिर उसके बाद next class में we will talk about group for this one 30 group 3 to group 12. बताओ. Gosalites is different, beta. Crazy Sai, this is different. Gosalites different and other institute names are different. Last one, students, 18, group 18. Let's see. Before lunch, group 18 completed. Then run for the lunch. At home you are. Full facilities. Munchy lunch waiting for you. Group 18, up to last one, OG, Oxoanions. Anyone? Here, you can do any other name also. From Hina Agarkar, I have written Hina Agarkar, 0 runs. Oh God. Last one is important here. Reason is, it is the end of the periodic table. 118 element is end of the periodic table. So we should also remember that end point. So here, Hina, here, what to extract? Generally, you have the idea of halogens, helium and neon. Na is nothing there. That's why general idea is required. So here, you can say it is from here, helium and neon. ठीक? Agarkar is a name. If you remember, one cricketer was there, Ajit Agarkar, or maybe any other name which you remember, Agarkar. So here you will say A, R and Kr. Argon and krypton. Hina Agarkar. How many runs they scored? 0. That's why sad thing. Hina Agarkar 0 runs from RN radon. And due to that sadness, we are saying at the end, oh God, which is Oxoanions. So Hina Agarkar 0 runs, oh God. Like this, so you can remember helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. And if you remember normally, so leave that mnemonic, enjoy with that normal pattern. Okay? Padmanabhan very less. Kuncham. ठीक है students, group 1, group 2 up to from 13 to 18. One student said Pooja Shri is recommending he never arrived. He never, possible. Arrived, AR, very good. Kara. Kara 0 run, oh God. ठीक है, Kara 0 run means स्कोर नहीं किया उसने, नॉट स्कोर्ड. हाँ, तो यू कैन से he never arrived zero run. He never arrived Kara zero run. Yes, Kara. Pooja Sri has given that one. Okay, students, done. Group 1, Group 2, 13 to 18. That are important for us right now in periodic also. Then we will talk about in next class Group 3 to Group 12. This F block part we are not using in this chapter discussion. So that will be later on we will do when in the proper D and F block you will discuss. Done, students? Introduction part going on. Take it lightly, settle down yourself, go through the fundamentals which we are discussing, but main focus will start once periodic table chapter I will start in the maybe next class I will start also or in the next week. Any point you want to ask? Anyone? Any point you want to ask? Leave your lunch this side and that side and tell me. Any point you want to ask? Bind up करें फिर. That's it for today. ठीक है, चलें फिर. Okay, students. Next class we'll meet. Remaining portion somewhat of the learning periodic table, and then we'll start with the actual chapter. Bye. Thank you.